The book of Ezekiel contains a description of a person known as the King of Tyre. Despite the fact that the King of Tyre was a real historical figure, the Bible's account of him seems to go well beyond this human leader. Though Ezekiel was speaking about the real King of Tyre at the time, he seemed to shift into the distant past with an account of Satan's first fall. Tyre's prince is featured in the first part, while Tyre's king is featured in the second. When you look closely, you can see that the prince of Tyre was a human being. Even though he claimed to be a god, he was clearly a human. Tyre's king, on the other hand, was unmistakably not a human being. This chapter gives us a glimpse into Satan's workings. We have a human ruler, the prince of Tyre, and a satanic ruler, the king of Tyre, behind him in the unseen realm. The human ruler is little more than a puppet, whose movements are dictated by strings from the invisible realm. When you start to see this truth, history and politics take on a whole new meaning. Tyre is regarded to be one of the Phoenician coast's earliest settlements, having been founded long before the Israelites arrived in Canaan. Tyre's ancient beginnings are confirmed by Isaiah as from days of old. Tyre's history is more substantial than that of neighboring Sidon, which is thought to be the oldest Phoenician city. Tyre means rock, which is a fitting explanation for the rocky coastal fortification. Tyre flourished as a marine metropolis and a bustling economic center in ancient times. The world-famous purple dye was the area's most important export at the time. The word of the Lord came to me, Son of man, say to the ruler of Tyre, this is what the sovereign Lord says. In the pride of your heart you say, I am a god. I sit on the throne of a god in the heart of the seas. But you are a mere mortal and not a god, though you think you are as wise as a god. Are you wiser than Daniel? Is no secret hidden from you? By your wisdom and understanding you have gained wealth for yourself and amassed gold and silver in your treasuries. By your great skill in trading you have increased your wealth, and because of your wealth your heart has grown proud. Therefore this is what the sovereign Lord says. Because you think you are wise as a god, I am going to bring foreigners against you, the most ruthless of nations. They will draw their swords against your beauty and wisdom, and pierce your shining splendor. They will bring you down to the pit, and you will die a violent death in the heart of the seas. Will you then say, I am a god, in the presence of those who kill you? You will be but a mortal, not a god, in the hands of those who slay you. You will die the death of the uncircumcised at the hands of foreigners. I have spoken, declares the sovereign Lord. Ezekiel chapter 28, verses 1 to 10. We find, to no surprise, that the leader of this proud city was a proud king who said, I am a god. God's rebuttal was, yet you are a man and not a god, though you have regarded your heart as that of a god. Because he had amassed so much wealth for his realm through remarkable trading skill, this king thought he was wiser than Daniel. But God had a very ungodly end in store for this haughty monarch. The city's monarch, like the people of Tyre, would be dragged down to the pit when the city fell, and he, like all of God's enemies, would die the death of the uncircumcised. The word of the Lord came to me, Son of man, take up a lament concerning the king of Tyre and say to him, this is what the sovereign Lord says. You were the seal of perfection, full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. You were in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone adorned you, carnelian, chrysolite, and emerald, topaz, onyx, and jasper, lapis lazuli, turquoise, and beryl. Your settings and mountings were made of gold. On the day you were created, they were prepared. Ezekiel chapter 28, verses 11 to 13. The fourth and last oracle against the king of Tyre has been the focus of much attention from commentators. Many people believe that Ezekiel chapter 28 goes beyond the king of Tyre and addresses Satan himself.